From the day you were born, you were being programmed. Your parents, your teachers, your culture all taught you what to believe, how to behave, what is good and bad, who you are. You did not choose most of it. You simply absorbed it, agreed to it without knowing, and made it the operating system of your life. And much of that programming works against you. The harsh inner critic that judges your every move, the need for others' approval, the assumptions and fears that quietly run your days. You are living by a set of rules you never consciously agreed to, and many of them are making you suffer. Today's book offers a way out. It says you can become aware of these old agreements and replace them with a small number of new ones. 4 simple agreements that, if you live by them, can free you from needless suffering and give you back your own life. This is the heart of this book, by Don Miguel Ruiz, who draws on ancient Toltec wisdom to offer a practical code for living with freedom and peace. Ruiz describes how we are, in his words, domesticated. From childhood, we are trained into a whole system of beliefs and rules through reward and punishment until we police ourselves with the same judgments. We live inside a kind of dream, a shared illusion of how things must be, and we suffer because of the limiting, fearful agreements we have made with ourselves. His core claim is this: you can break free of the agreements that cause you suffering, and you can do it by adopting 4 new, powerful agreements in their place. Be impeccable with your word. Do not take anything personally. Do not make assumptions, and always do your best. Live by these 4, and you dissolve a huge amount of self-created pain, and you reclaim your freedom, your happiness, and your authentic self. The first idea is the foundation. Most of how you live was programmed into you, and you can change it. Ruiz explains that as children, we are taught what to believe and how to be, and we agree to it without question because we have no choice. These agreements become the rules we live by, even the cruel ones, like the belief that we are not good enough or that we must earn love through performance. We then enforce these rules on ourselves, often more harshly than anyone else ever did. The crucial insight is that these are agreements, not truths. You made them, often unconsciously and long ago, and what was agreed can be re-agreed. You are not stuck with the programming you were given. So the first step is awareness. Recognize that much of your suffering comes from old agreements you absorbed rather than chose. The harsh self-judgment, the limiting beliefs, the fears, these are learned rules, not facts about reality. And once you see them as agreements, you gain the power to break them and choose better ones. The second idea is the first new agreement, and Ruiz considers it the most important. Be impeccable with your word. Your word is far more powerful than you realize. It is the tool you use to create your reality, to express yourself, and to shape how you and others feel. Being impeccable means using your word with integrity in the direction of truth and love rather than against yourself or others. This works in 2 directions. Outwardly, it means not using your word to gossip, spread poison, lie, or harm. Words can wound deeply and spread negativity like a contagion. Inwardly, and even more importantly, it means not using your word against yourself, not running yourself down with constant self-criticism and harsh judgment. So watch your words, spoken and internal. Use them to build rather than destroy, to speak truth and kindness rather than poison and self-attack. The word you use to describe yourself becomes the self you live with. Be impeccable with it, and you stop poisoning your own mind and the world around you. The third idea is the second agreement, and it is liberating. Do not take anything personally. Ruiz makes a striking point. Nothing others do is really because of you. It is because of them, their own beliefs, their own pain, their own version of reality. When someone insults you, criticizes you, or treats you badly, that is a projection of their inner world, not a verdict on your worth. When you take things personally, you make yourself a victim of every opinion and mood around you. You absorb others' poison and suffer for it. When you stop taking things personally, you become immune. Their criticism, their anger, their approval, none of it can control you because you understand it is about them, not about you. This even applies to praise. If you do not take the insults personally, you also do not need the compliments to feel okay. So practice this powerful immunity. When someone treats you badly, remind yourself it reflects their world, not your value. That refusal is freedom. The fourth idea is the third agreement, and it prevents enormous suffering. Do not make assumptions. We constantly assume we know what others are thinking, why they did something, what they meant, and then we believe our assumptions as if they were true and react to them. Most of our misunderstandings, conflicts, and hurt feelings come from assumptions we never bothered to check. Ruiz urges us to replace assumption with communication. When you are unsure, ask. When something is unclear, clarify. Have the courage to ask questions and express what you really want, rather than guessing and then suffering over your own guesses. So much drama dissolves with this one agreement. The story you told yourself about why they ignored you, what that look meant, was probably wrong and it caused you real pain for nothing. So stop assuming and start asking. Communicate clearly and seek clarity rather than inventing it. When you stop believing your own untested assumptions, you stop creating conflicts out of thin air. The fifth idea is the fourth agreement, the one that makes the others work. Always do your best. This agreement is the glue. Being impeccable with your word, not taking things personally, not making assumptions. You will not do these perfectly, but you can always do your best at them. Ruiz adds an important nuance. Your best is not a fixed standard. It varies from moment to moment. Your best when you are healthy and rested is different from your best when you are sick and exhausted. The point is to genuinely give what you can in each moment as it is. When you always do your best, two things follow. You make steady progress and you free yourself from regret and self-judgment because you know you gave what you had. So in everything, simply do your best, whatever your best is right now, not more, which leads to burnout, and not less, which leads to regret. Do your best and let that be enough. The sixth idea is about the work of change itself. Adopting new agreements means actively breaking the old ones. Ruiz is honest that this is not easy. The old agreements are deeply ingrained, reinforced over a lifetime, and they fight to stay in place. The harsh inner judge does not surrender quietly. So living the four agreements requires persistent practice and the willingness to keep choosing the new way even when the old programming pulls you back. He frames much of our self-created suffering as a kind of self-punishment where we judge ourselves again and again for the same mistake. Breaking free means refusing to keep punishing yourself and forgiving yourself as you replace the old agreements with the new. So treat this as ongoing practice, not a one-time decision. Each time you catch yourself running an old agreement, you gently choose the new agreement instead. Over time, with repetition and self-forgiveness, the new agreements take hold, and the old, painful ones lose their grip. The change is real, but it is one daily. The seventh idea is the destination of the whole journey: personal freedom. The reason to break the old agreements and live by the new ones is to reclaim your authentic self and your freedom. Ruiz describes how the limiting agreements and constant self-judgment trap us in a kind of prison of our own making, far from the joyful, free beings we naturally are. Living the four agreements dismantles that prison. When your word is impeccable, you stop poisoning yourself. When you take nothing personally, others lose power over you. When you make no assumptions, you stop manufacturing conflict. And when you always do your best, you free yourself from regret and self-attack. What remains is a lighter, freer, more genuine you. So the goal is not just to suffer less, but to actually become free. Free from the opinions of others, from the harshness of your inner judge, from the fears and limits you were programmed with. The four agreements are a path back to your true self, the one underneath all the inherited rules. Walk it and you reclaim a freedom and happiness that were always yours to begin with. Before we talk about using this, three hard truths. The first, your harshest critic is usually you. The limiting agreement that you are not good enough, enforced by your own inner judge, often causes more suffering than anything others do. You can be your own jailer without realizing it. The second, taking things personally hands others control of your peace. When you treat every insult, mood, and opinion as a verdict on your worth, you become a victim of everyone around you. Almost none of it is actually about you. The third, believing your assumptions creates suffering out of nothing. The stories you tell yourself about what others think are usually wrong, and yet you react as if they were true. So how do you live the four agreements? Start by becoming aware of your old agreements. Notice the harsh self-talk, the limiting beliefs, the automatic assumptions. See them as programming you can change, not truths you must obey. Then practice the four, one situation at a time. Watch your words and stop using them against yourself and others. When someone treats you badly, remind yourself it is about them. When you are unsure, ask instead of assuming. And in everything, simply do your best, whatever your best is in that moment. When you slip back into old patterns, forgive yourself and choose the new agreement again. Here is a concrete example. Imagine someone who is anxious and easily hurt, who replays criticism for days and assumes the worst about people's intentions. They begin living the four agreements. They notice and soften their brutal self-talk. When a colleague is short with them, they remind themselves it reflects that person's day, not their own worth, and they let it go. Instead of assuming a friend is angry, they simply ask, and they stop demanding perfection of themselves, just doing their honest best each day. Slowly, the constant low-level suffering fades. Their relationships improve, their inner critic quiets, and they feel a freedom and lightness they had not known in years. First, you live by agreements you can change. Much of your suffering comes from rules and beliefs programmed into you long ago, not from truth. Once you see them as agreements rather than facts, you gain the power to break the painful ones and choose better. Second, live the four agreements. Be impeccable with your word, using it to build rather than poison, including toward yourself. Do not take anything personally, since others' actions reflect their world, not your worth. Do not make assumptions, but communicate and ask, and always do your best, whatever your best is in the moment. Third, the reward is freedom. Breaking the old agreements is daily, persistent work, won through practice and self-forgiveness. But it dismantles the prison of self-judgment and inherited fear and returns you to your authentic, freer self. The four agreements are a path back to the happiness that was always yours. The four agreements, in the end, is a small book with a large promise. It says that so much of your suffering is self-created, built from agreements you never consciously chose, and it hands you four simple, powerful new agreements to live by instead. Adopt them, practice them daily, and you can free yourself from needless pain and reclaim the authentic life you were always meant to live. If you want the PDF notes used to break down this book, comment PDF below. When I see your comment, I will share the link so you can go through every key idea yourself. And tell me in the comments which book you want decoded next. Your comment might decide the next video. This is Blood, Sweat, Gold, where luxury is earned, not inherited,